Welcome, everybody, to the Joe Rogan Experience. My guest today is none other than the infamous Trevor Philips from the world of Grand Theft Auto. Trevor, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, Joe. Happy to be here, even though I'm not exactly real. But who knows what's real, right? Maybe you're all just figments of my imagination. Ha, isn't that just fucking nuts?
Yeah, that's a trip, man. You're a character from a video game, but you're here talking to me. So, Trevor, let's talk about the real world for a bit. Even though your character is known for being deranged, psychotic, and paranoid, how do you see the world we live in?
Joe, you're asking me about the real world? A guy who's constantly looking over his shoulder for enemies, who enjoys chaos and destruction? It's simple. The real world is just as fucked up as Los Santos, if not more. Society is filled with hypocrites, liars, and backstabbers. You think you're all better than me, don't you?
I'm not saying that, Trevor. I'm just trying to get your perspective on things. Do you think your chaotic lifestyle in the game reflects some of the issues we see in the real world?
Well, Joe, I'm an extreme example, sure. But you've got people in the real world who are just as twisted as I am. They hide behind their fake smiles and pretend to be something they're not. At least I'm honest about who I am and what I want. Can you say the same about the people walking the streets out there?
That's an interesting take, Trevor. I appreciate your honesty. Let's talk about how you navigate the world of Los Santos with your unique personality and outlook. How does that influence your actions and choices in the game?
Joe, I embrace the chaos. That's what makes life interesting. In Los Santos, I can do whatever the hell I want. I can burn things down, blow stuff up, and nobody can stop me. It's like a fucking playground for my darkest desires. And you know what? I think everyone's got a little bit of that darkness inside them, whether they want to admit it or not.
That's a fascinating perspective, Trevor. But now that you've somehow crossed over into the real world, how do you plan on handling that darkness inside you? Are you going to act on those desires here too?
Joe, you really think I'd go around causing mayhem in the real world like some kind of maniac? I mean, I might be a bit deranged, but I'm not stupid. I know there are consequences here that don't exist in Los Santos. But that doesn't mean I can't have a little fun, right? Maybe just mess with people's heads a bit, keep them on their toes. Who knows what I'll do next?
Well, I hope you'll keep that fun within the boundaries of the law, Trevor. It's been interesting talking to you, and I think our audience has gained some insight into the mind of Trevor Philips. Thanks for joining me on the podcast.
No problem, Joe. It's been a fucking blast. Thanks for having me. And just remember, you never know where I might pop up next.